So tonight on Read the Manual, one of the things I want to do is actually take a look at 5 different verses from the book of Proverbs. And the book of Proverbs is really cool because it's like a bunch of one-line zingers that make a lot of sense. It's like the most common knowledge stuff that makes a tremendous amount of sense and is applicable universally. So I picked 5 of these. I thought they were really, really good to apply to just life and the trade. And let's take a look at the first one. The first one says, "If you stop listening to instruction, my child, you will turn your back on knowledge." How many times have we said learning every day? The moment you stop thinking that you have anything to learn, that you stop acknowledging that other people can teach you things, your learning stops right there. This verse goes right to the heart of that. Again, a wonderful one-liner, a fantastic one-liner indeed. And it's just, there's so many of these in the book of Proverbs that you can really go down the entire list, and every single one of them is something like, oh yeah, right, that's right. And by referencing the person as a child, I think that puts you in the position of you need to learn more. You're in a position where you are not developed fully, and you have to treat yourself that way so you can expand and become the quote-unquote adult instead of a child. So you're always seeking that adulthood of knowledge. You never quite get there, and I think that's what it's talking about. The second verse is, "Lazy people take food in their hand, but don't even lift it to their mouth." I thought this was perfect, especially nowadays. We all have those people out there that, they have everything given to them, but they act as if even though they're handed everything in the world, they can't complete that final step. I think this epitomizes that perfectly. Lazy people take food in their hand, but don't even lift it to their mouth. Can't do anything for yourself. And we all know this, that the people of this world who take responsibility for their actions, the people that come onto a job and say, all right, something's wrong, let's handle it, let's do it, this is my responsibility. The people that take charge are the people you can trust. And the people that your boss turns to say, all right, give the job to this guy, he can handle it. If something goes wrong, he's going to rise to the occasion, he's going to take care of it. He's not sitting there collecting a paycheck and going home and just whatever. He's invested in this. He sees it as an opportunity. He's not going to waste any opportunities he has or she has. And I think that sort of symbolizes how a lot of us are here. We don't just let things happen. We work towards something. We take responsibility for both our successes and our failures, but especially our failures. Taking responsibility for failure is very difficult. And I think a lot of the guys that I see down here definitely do that. The third verse is, "Avoiding a fight is a mark of honor. Only fools insist on quarreling." To be the person that, quote-unquote, starts drama, that's the common way to say it now. A person who starts drama, who insists on battling everybody on everything. Reading this verse is like an eye-opener. Avoiding a fight is a mark of honor. Only fools insist on quarreling. If you have someone who just can't stop, just keeps on butting heads with everybody, it's a foolish thing because he's not going to get anywhere, or she, and you're not going to make any headway toward any goal that you have doing that sort of thing. So having patience, being calm, sometimes letting things go, and that can be very, very difficult. When you're letting things go, oh my gosh, you can feel like there's a devil on your shoulder going, you need to get in there and say something. You need to say something right now. But sometimes that is not the correct way to do things. We know that in our hearts, but we feel compelled to just dive into the situation aggressively, and it's not always the right thing to do. In fact, it's probably almost never the right thing to do. The next one is, "Get all the advice and instruction you can, so you will be wise the rest of your life." Get all of your advice and instruction you can. You guys are like, this is a fortune cookie? This sounds like a fortune cookie. Well, the same type of one-liners that burst forth from a fortune cookie are throughout the book of Proverbs. Absorb all the information you can. Consider yourself uneducated, a child, like the other verse said, and absorb as many things as you can. Get rid of your pride. Oh, that's a hard one right there. Getting rid of your pride, that's so difficult. Get rid of your pride and try to absorb any bit of knowledge anyone can give you, even the people that you don't even like, and the people that you would love to quarrel with. Sometimes they have bits of knowledge, and what better revenge on people than to absorb every good thing they have and leave the rest? That would be the best possible thing you could do, I would think, in that situation. Take any good you can and just leave the other stuff behind. This is one of my favorites. I'm going to tell this to my kids probably. If you love sleep, you will end in poverty. Keep your eyes open and there will be plenty to eat. Basically, get off your butt and do something. That is the Zach way to say it. Get off your butt and do something. Don't sit there and become lethargic. And it's not just laying in bed like you're lazy or something. It's getting set in your ways, getting stuck in a rut, staying in a certain way instead of pushing forward. I think we're all guilty of that. I know I am guilty of that quite a bit. You have to continue to propel yourself forward, to move forward, to gain the abilities, the experience that you need to just go somewhere in this life. You can't be sitting back and letting go of the wheel. You have to actively pursue goals, actively pursue growth in yourself. And I think this verse speaks to that. If you love sleep, you will end in poverty. Don't end in poverty, guys. Work hard. Keep your eyes open. You'll have plenty to eat. All right, that is read the manual for this episode, and we'll get back to the show.